So our next presentation is a feature script. A feature script, and to present it, to introduce their actors, please help me in welcoming the authors of our first feature selection, Prescription: An American Story by Jonathan Boone and Michelle Nation.
Hello everybody. Since we have like a large cast, our two main characters, Bob and Carol, are played by Tyler and Kaylee. And everybody else has multiple roles, so enjoy.
Are you going to introduce? No, they're in the program?
Yeah, everybody else.
Okay, so the cast in the program. We will take an intermission in the middle of this, and it will be announced, and we'll have coffee and stuff. Welcome to the premiere reading of Prescription.
Over black, male voiceover.
Mr. Rossman, I'm going to grab your testicles and I'm going to need you to cough.
Fade in, interior doctor's office, morning, present day. Bob Rossman, an older, grandfatherly-looking man, is having a routine doctor's appointment. He sits on the counter in a hospital gown while Carol Rossman, his spunky wife, sits in a chair on the other side of the room.
Why are you grabbing his testicles?
Carol, can you mind your own business? What a man and his doctor do in a doctor's office is supposed to be private stuff.
It's just a routine checkup, ma'am.
I don't know if I want to see you grab my husband's testicles.
Then get out!
I'm just trying to be a supportive wife.
I'm just trying to do my job.
This fight is between Bob and I, not you.
Carol, get out of here right now.
I have other patients to see today.
I'm so sorry, doctor. Carol is a bit hard to handle sometimes.
I'll show you hard to handle.
The doctor pulls out his prescription pad and quickly writes on it.
Look, just take this prescription. It'll help with the pain. Please, just get out of my office. I don't want to deal with this.
What? No! Finish my appointment!
If this means he's not going to be touching your goods, let's get out of here.
Carol!
Bob, let's go.
Please, for the love of God, just get out. It's too early for this craziness.
Are you calling us crazy?
Carol, let's go already.
Interior Rossman's foyer, day. Bob and Carol burst through the front door. Bob is visibly upset. Carol can't control her happiness from getting her way.
Carol, what is wrong with you?
What do you mean, what is wrong with me? I just don't want to see anyone touching what's mine.
You didn't have to come into the doctor's office with me.
I'm your wife. We're supposed to do everything together. We fell in love together, got married together, had kids together, and heck, we're going to die in this house together.
Why do you get to decide where we die?
Because I'm the wife. I get to make up all the rules.
Bob sighs.
Will you go and get the mail, honey?
Yeah, I'll get the mail.
Bob walks out the door. Carol starts taking out pots and pans to start cooking. Bob slowly walks back inside.
Is there anything in there other than bills?
Looks like we got a letter from my old company. I wonder what it's about.
Maybe they've decided they owe you more money and we'll finally get to live a little.
Bob opens the letter and reads it silently. His face drops.
Oh no.
Carol turns on the water to wash her hands.
What? What is it?
It looks like my company went bankrupt.
You don't work there anymore. What's wrong with that?
This can't be good for us.
Carol shuts the water off.
Well, let's not think about it just yet. Eva's going to be here soon and we need to get everything ready here. We don't get to see our granddaughter every day.
Right. Eva's coming over.
Interior Rossman's dining room, night. The Rossmans have everything set up for Eva's arrival. The doorbell rings.
I'll get it.
Bob is in the living room watching the news. An anchor is covering a story on many businesses and how the CEOs took out too much money for raises for themselves and completely bankrupt their companies.
It looks like lots of people are going to lose everything. Corporations have too much power.
Oh no.
Eva's here. Bob, get in here. It's dinner time.
Bob gets up as Eva, a pretty high school student, enters the room. Eva goes to Bob and kisses him on the cheek.
Hey, Grandpa. It's good to see you again.
Bob smiles.
Can we start already or what? I'm starving here.
It's okay, Grandma. The food isn't going anywhere.
It might.
Carol cuts Bob a sharp look and a slap to the chest. They all sit down to eat.
Bob, I made your favorite green bean casserole. And Eva, I have good food too. Don't worry about it.
Thanks, Grandma.
Carol talks up a storm, but both Eva and Bob seem to be distracted during the entire meal.
Do you guys want dessert?
Actually, could I use the bathroom?
Before dessert?
Sorry, I really need to go.
Well, okay.
Eva gets up to use the bathroom. Carol looks slightly concerned.
Could you pass the casserole, honey?
Did you notice something off about Eva?
Seems fine to me.
But she's not eating dessert.
Maybe she's on a diet or whatever women are always doing.
Something is wrong. I can feel it.
I think you think too much. Have some more food.
Interior Rossman's bathroom, night. Eva is rummaging around the Rossman's medicine cabinet, searching frantically for something.
Ugh, where is it?
She continues to fumble around and search desperately for something. Carol knocks on the door.
Eva,
Hey, Grams. I'll be just a minute.
what's going on in there? Are you okay?
Eva begins to panic.
Everything is fine. Just give me a second.
Are you cutting yourself in there or something?
Carol starts to jiggle the door handle. She's freaking out.
Grandma, it's fine. I'm fine.
Open up this door.
Carol, what are you doing?
Eva!
The doorknob continues jiggling. Eva finally finds a container of pills, and Carol finally gets the door open.
I can explain.
Interior Rossman's dining room, night. Eva sits on the couch. Carol is standing in front of her while Bob is sitting in an easy chair to the side of the two women.
Bob, I think you should be standing for this.
I'm tired, honey.
Fine. I can do this myself.
Please don't tell my mom about this.
Eva, just why were you looking for your grandpa's pain medication?
Maybe she's in pain.
It's not for me. I mean, it is. I mean, I'm not using it.
Go on.
Ugh, see, it's like this. Prescription meds are really hot on my campus right now, and it's really easy to make big money off of a few pills. I don't want to use them myself. I just thought maybe you didn't need them and I could sell them. I thought you wouldn't even notice. If I thought you were using them, I wouldn't even have tried to take them.
High school students want our pain medication?
It's not for pain. Well, I mean, the drugs themselves do relieve pain, I suppose. The kids get high off them. It's supposedly some really great feeling.
God, kids these days are using prescription drugs like marijuana?
Just please don't tell my mom. I'm really sorry and I won't do it again. I just don't want her to freak out on me and think I'm a druggie or something. Please?
Oh, they were my meds and I'm not mad. I won't tell.
Eva, sweetie, we'll promise not to tell, but don't ever do it again.
I promise I won't. This was way too stressful.
This was stressful for you?
I mean, the situation. I love you guys, and I feel awful taking advantage of you. You aren't supposed to take advantage of old people.
Don't call us old. We're not old.
Okay, Grandma.
Maybe you should call your grandma Carol so she forgets her real age.
Ha ha. Very funny, Grandpa.
Interior Rossman's foyer, day. A few weeks have passed since the Rossmans lost their pension. Bob comes in with the mail. Carol is at the table trying to balance out their checkbooks. Receipts are scattered everywhere and the living room is a mess.
I feel like things couldn't get any worse around here.
Shouldn't say things like that, especially when I'm bringing in the mail.
Bob picks out a letter in the stack with his eyes closed.
Great. I am so excited for more bad news.
This one is from the bank.
He tears the letter open and begins to read.
The suspense is killing me.
We're late on our mortgage again. The bank is threatening to take our house.
Carol throws her hands up in the air.
This all feels so useless. I've been applying to jobs everywhere, but I'm too old to get a job and you sure as hell can't work.
Bob sits at the table and grabs her hand.
We'll make it work.
I just wanted us to die in this house. We've had so many memories here. I've spent so much of my life here with you in this house, and now we're gonna lose it.
Carol begins to cry.
Carol, please don't cry. We're gonna find a way through this.
There is no way. What are we gonna do? Sell drugs?
Bob pauses. He smiles.
Yeah, Carol. Let's sell drugs.
What are you, crazy?
Remember what Eva said? Prescription drugs are hot in the high school market? Come on, Carol. We can sell our drugs. We can't just let the house go without trying to fight for it.
This is insane. There isn't that much money in high school kids.
This is Marin County. I think we could make it big. I've watched a bunch of movies on drug rings. I could be a kingpin.
Now you're just playing with me.
Yeah, a little. But we could try it out.
What if it gets dangerous?
Maybe we need to buy a gun.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be that serious.
We're going to do this. We're going to sell drugs to high school kids to save our house.
I hope there's a God out there, and I hope he hears our prayers, because there is no way in hell that this is gonna work.
Interior Rossman's car in front of high school, day. Bob and Carol are in the car, scoping out high school students. They are wearing sunglasses and look suspicious.
I think we should probably take off these funny outfits. Come on, we look
Then
ridiculous.
everyone would know who we are.
None of these kids even know us.
What if Eva walks by and sees us?
I'm pretty sure she knows what our car looks like. Can I just take off the sunglasses?
Can't you work with me here, Bob?
Carol, you are crazy.
Well, that's why you love me.
Carol peers through binoculars and focuses on Brad and Chad, two athletic high school seniors. She squeals.
Are you checking out younger guys, or are you looking for people we can sell drugs to?
See those twins? I think we should go talk to them.
Are you crazy? Those guys don't look like drug addicts.
We're on the rich side of town. None of these kids look like drug addicts.
Fuck. I guess you're right. Well, let's do this.
The Rossmans exit the car and start to walk towards Brad and Chad. Carol is carrying an oversized purse.
So, I've heard you're into meds.
Excuse me?
What my wife here is trying to say is that she heard you were looking for goods.
Bob folds his arms over his chest in an effort to look like what he thinks a kingpin should look like. Brad and Chad are confused but delighted.
Is this really happening?
Do you want them or not?
You haven't exactly told us what you're selling.
A couple of elderly people coming onto high school kids and offering them drugs is kind of illegal, you know?
Carol looks nervous. Her bravado is disappearing. Bob face palms.
If you're trying to sell us prescription drugs, yeah, we totally want them. I just didn't think it'd be that easy to get them. Rock on, though. Where'd you guys even come from?
Not important. We just want to know how much you want.
Dude, we'll take whatever you got. How strong is your shit?
His shits are very strong. I would know.
Well, that's not what we meant at all. Look, just show us the goods.
Carol opens up her purse for them to search through. They look through a bunch of the bottles before deciding on their picks.
We've hit the jackpot.
Chad, may I converse with you, brother?
Brad and Chad step away and form their two-person huddle.
How much do you think?
Let's lowball him.
What, 50?
$50. Oh, whoops.
Brad turns his head to the Rossmans.
$50.
Not going under 80.
Bob?
Carol pulls Bob into her. Brad and Chad enter their huddle again.
80.
70.
75.
80.
75.
78.
80.
Fuck, old man.
Respect.
Shut up, dude.
$80, kids.
Fine. 80.
Chad brings out his $40. Brad takes his $40 and hands it to